Video number 5. A useful quality policy and objectives, not mumbo-jumbo. Hello everyone, thank you for watching this video that will give you an idea of what I think about writing a useful quality policy. My name is Carlos Pereira da Cruz. My background is chemical engineering, but after 8 years of working in the industry, I started a career of almost 25 years as consultant, trainer, and auditor about ISO 9001. Later, I developed a special interest in the balance scorecard that I use a lot together with ISO 9001. When you read a quality policy, what kind of information, what kind of message do you get? Remember ISO 9001-2015, clause 5.2a. When you read a quality policy, do you get any hint about the purpose and context of the organization or about its strategic direction? With this video, I want to present a simple template that helped me think about a clear and useful quality policy. A quality policy that can be used to make choices in line with a strategy. Let us see an example of a typical quality policy taken from the internet. So, company XYZ provides a quality management, coordination, production and processing, manufacture and installation services throughout the UK and sometimes abroad. The company has developed its expertise since its establishment, and its aim is to achieve a high standard of construction and service to its customers. So, its aim is to achieve a high standard of construction and service to its customers. I would like some clarity here. Is there a universal standard for what is a high standard of construction and service? We saw on video 2 of this series that customers are not all the same. We saw that different customers require and need different things. So, who are your target customers? So, it is the policy of company XYZ to provide the customer with goods and services to the agreed requirements in accordance with the details and price. Provide the customer with goods and services to the agreed requirement in accordance with the details and price. But, well, who can be against a phrase like provide the customer with goods and services to the agreed requirement in accordance with the details and price? How can such a phrase deliver any kind of information or guidance to anyone? So, the directors, management and staff are responsible for quality control through the quality management system, seeking improvement by constant review with suppliers and subcontractors, being encouraged to cooperate. And the company is committed to achieving customer satisfaction by the use of quality procedures, which will be operated to meet or exceed the requirements of ISO 9001. So, if you follow the quality procedures, you will get customer satisfaction. So after reading this quality policy statement, can you find out what is the business sector of the company? Can you understand the strategic orientation of the organization? Price, service, innovation? If you read this quality policy, you will see trivia that everyone agrees with. But you will find that no clue about the purpose and context of the organization, nor about its strategic orientation. And clause 5.2a reads, be appropriate to the purpose and context of the organization and support its strategic orientation. What is the problem of trivia? Trivia has nothing to do with strategy. Let us go back to video number 2. True strategy hurts, entails sacrifices, trade offs. It means knowing how to say no to many things so you can focus on other things. If your quality policy only mentions trivia, there is no choice, and strategy is all about choice. Years ago, I learned with Roger Martin a trick to test a statement and decide if it has any real strategic content. So, look into a statement and deny its content. If the new content is absurd, then you are not looking into a strategic statement. In my country, there is an ironic popular saying that goes like this: better to be rich and healthy than poor and unhealthy. So let us make here a matrix based on the saying. So two options, healthy and unhealthy, and two other options, being rich or being poor. So we have here a matrix, 2 by 2. So who wants to be unhealthy and poor? Nobody. So let us cut this option. Everybody wants to be healthy and rich, but the opposite is absurd. So this is not really an option, according to the trick I learned from Roger Martin. So true strategic options require trade-offs, like being healthy but poor, or being rich but unhealthy. So, strategy is not a free choice. Past options create and limit the present field of possibilities. Let us see another example taken from the internet. So, company XYZ is committed to continuous improvement to ensure that every product is safe, legal, and compliant with all regulatory and customer requirements. So, just by manufacturing a safe and compliant product, is it enough to be successful? Company XYZ will achieve this by administering a quality management system with knowledge of quality process and appropriate actions, retention and management of resources, identification and management of quality objectives, management review, management of risk. So, just by administering the QMS is enough to be successful? Where is the purpose? Where is the context? Where is the strategic direction? What is the purpose of a quality policy? Get alignment, align efforts, resources, and motivations, focus and guidance. I got this picture on the internet. I believe that the economic landscape will lead us to an environment where high autonomy levels are needed because value creation will be an outcome of interaction, of co-development, co-creation, and co-production with customers and other interested parties. So without alignment, we cannot work to meet high levels of autonomy. And autonomy is critical for a world running away from commodities, a world running away from simple transactional relationships. We saw this slide in the video 2 of this series. So, what is an organization's strategy? Strategy is different from vision, mission, goals, priorities, and plans. It is the result of choices leaders make on where to play and how to win to maximize long-term values. Where to play specifies the target market in terms of the customers and the needs to be served. How to win spells out the value proposition that will distinguish a business in the eyes of its target customers, along with the capabilities that will give it an essential advantage in delivering that value proposition. So, does your quality management system work with target customers and competitive advantage? Does your organization's quality policy has any relationship with its value proposition? Strategy is not free. Each strategy has different requirements and different constraints. Strategy is path dependent. Choices and experience from the past limit present choices about the future. And the future does not depend only on the current situation. Organizations are a strong function of their history. I like to highlight this because I believe a good quality policy starts with a conscience about who we are as an organization. Many organizations believe that they can be everything to everybody, believe that they can be good at selling both meat and fish at the same time. That is not true, or at least that is increasingly not true or increasingly difficult. As I said in video number 2, in August 2008 I found that phrase, the most important orders are the ones to which a company says no. And I never forgot it. The most important orders are the ones to which a company says no. It isn't saying no because the customer is dishonest, or pays too late, or is a bad person. No means that some orders from honest customers bring problems because they are not aligned with an organization's processes and experience. Without a no, there are no limits, no boundaries, no focus, no excellence. The no mark the boundaries by declaring the segments of a market in which a company decides it does not wish to compete. Without this level of clarity, all orders are deemed to be equally attractive, and by definition that cannot be. But without a mechanism for knowing how to judge, appropriate decisions cannot be made. And also on video 2 I mentioned that in 2006 I met a small manufacturing enterprise owner that used an interesting metaphor about what he learned about his business. He said to me, I realized that my company cannot be a Noah's Ark trying to serve everybody. I realized that I had to let go some products, some markets where we could never be competitive and make a difference. I learned that I had to focus my target customers, my market segments, and align my commercial, purchasing, and production activities with that new reality. So, who are your organization's target customers? Or your organization's target interested parties? In video 2, I used this sports metaphor. Different sports require different bodies. Different customers require different processes, require different competitive advantages, different priorities. So this is my template to develop a quality policy. By the way, I don't like using the term quality policy because managers tend to Google it and then use empty phrases that they get from internet examples. So normally, I propose using the wording strategic priorities. And my template has 3 parts. Each part answers to a question. The purpose is to be very clear about what the business is about. So, first question, who are we? Second question, whom do we serve? Third question, what do we have to be very good at? Remember the example developed in video 3? So this can be translated into the following example. This strategy map was developed after picking the target customers and other interested parties and determining what do they value. What we see in this slide are strategic imperatives required to implement the strategy to gain, satisfy, and maintain target interested parties. Based on this, let us use our template to develop a quality policy. So, let's go. This one gives us a solid foundation about who we are, what is our DNA, what is our purpose, how do we want to be known. So we develop high performance construction materials. Second, this one focuses our attention in our target. Who can we serve very well with an advantage? Remember the wording of clause 4.2 of ISO 9001-2015. It is not the customer that picks you. He may have the last word, but the first one is yours. Picking the right customer is the first step in a profitable relationship. So, we serve architects and engineers that look for a partner that helps them stretch the borders of what is possible. Third, this one is a powerful source for developing useful and strategically aligned quality objectives. Transmits to everybody where should be the focus of our daily work. We need to be very good at knowing the market, developing new products and services, delivering on time, supporting site operations, and developing fruitful partnerships. So now I would add the name of the organization and include those commitments required by ISO 9001-2015 that have nothing of strategic. So the commitment to comply with regulations, and so this is the minimum to be in business. Let's go to the objectives. Okay. Knowing the market can be translated into objectives about sales, about average margin, about rate of sales to current customers. Objectives about developing new products and services can be about the rate of new products and service sales, average margin of new products and services, about delivering on time, and objectives such as rate of ex-factory delivery on time. Supporting site operations can be translated into number of site complaints, rate of site operations closed on time, number of after delivery requests, and strategic objective number 5, developing fruitful partnerships, can be something like rate of projects co-developed, average co-development density. I hope this template can help you in developing a useful quality policy. If you have any question about strategy, competitive advantage, quality policy, and ISO 9001 in general, you can send me an email. Our next video will be about context, interested parties, and risks and opportunities. Thank you for your attention.